Feed me. Feed me more. Feed me more.
Welcome to another Feed Me More Nutrition Tuesday live. I'm the big guy Ryback. Thank you to everybody joining me. TikTok, Instagram, the big guy Ryback 22, Ryback TV here on YouTube, Ryback Rules at Twitch, and we're doing a Facebook Live as well under Ryback Reeves, I believe, on that. Ireland, what's going on? Respect back to Ireland. I'm 10% Irish, my man. 70% English. 10% Irish, 7% Italian, 7% West European. They have me in there as 2% Jew as well, and a small amount of Hiawatha Indian. Your friend Justice thinks he can beat me in a fight. That's awesome. I hope everyone thinks they can beat me in a fight. I think that's great. What's going on? Ryback, what's the best workout or stretch to help fight knee pain? As far as stretching, I've always been a fan of that the old quad stretch where you reach back and grab around the ankle, and you can adjust that and kind of rock with it a little bit as well. There's an active warm-up that you kind of do like a partial squat with your feet together, and you kind of do like these little circles with your legs. I can't obviously show you right here, but you do like kind of like these, kind of moving your hips and your knees and go in each direction. You do, and how many ever do 30 one way, 30 the other? I used to do those regularly though before I'd go out and wrestle, and they work very well to warming up the body. Other than that, I would say ice. Obviously, eating as much of a plant-based diet will cut down on inflammation. And I would say also check out our 123 muscle joint tendon product. Very, very good for stuff like that. What's going on? Vince McMahon walked into your building at work today. Was he in a wheelchair? Or were people assisting him with the walking? No, he still looks body-wise, still looks good. I eat many vegetables. I don't know. That's a tough one. Tough to narrow that down. I'm going to go beets. Beets are absolutely amazing, just what they do for endurance and performance. How do you stay motivated, not get depressed? I'm hungry. It's all about that hungry mindset. And I don't dwell on negatives or things. I shift out of them and focus on things that make me happy, because we all experience it. And I think if we sulk and sit in it, if we freeze in the moment, that's when we sit in our thoughts and we stop moving, that's when bad things tend to occur. As long as we got stuff going on and things to do, if you're down, pick up the phone and have a positive conversation. That's another thing too. Don't talk about your problems with friends. Again, we all will have done it, and I've done it in the past, but then we get out of it, and but don't try to talk about things that make you feel good and solutions over the problems. Finding solutions is more fun than talking about the problems, because one can fix your problems and the other only adds to it, if that makes sense. Just got done knocking out some Cameos, and I'm now on Menmo. Is it Menmo? I think it's Menmo. It's a UK one. And with my 70% English heritage, I figured they've reached out multiple times. I go, all right, I'll sign up. And we just knocked out some Menmos. So thank you guys for everybody in Cameos with all of those. They're not cheap, though. That's because I had a lower price. There were too many of them, and it was very stressful with everything. And I leave it pretty fairly decent long ones, so I feel like you get your money's worth. 5-star rated, a Cameo at the price, so I don't think anyone has an issue with it. But I'm completely out of the loop on Palestine, and U.S. politics. No idea. I couldn't even tell you. I will be coming back at some point. Yes, I got it. My shoulder. Just had a great workout today. Did my cardio after my chest, neck, freaking jacked, and forearms today. And then I got to do had my ISO hungry shaking some pistachios. I had to do some errands around the house, get some work done, handyman shit, and also the mother's getting back in town, which will be a great huge burden off me with taking care of Sophie morning to night and little guy as well. Very needy dogs, but Sophie with her disc disease, it's a lot. So she's able to watch them for a good chunk of the day for me. It's like having a sick child in a way, even though she's not like sick, but like you got to watch her from playing and stuff. So it's a last week has been a little stressful at times. Yeah, I love seitan. A lot of the vegan products are using it. I'm a big fan of the no evil plant based meats. I think they got some of the best and the best supplement panel facts, the nutrients, the nutrition panel on the back with the macros. I think they have probably the best, I would say. And they got a really good, is it chorizo? Like a sausage deal. And they have they have sausages, this chorizo, the chorizo, is it chorizo? That is really, really good. And they're no evil chicken and barbecue pork. Big fan of those. But yeah, I'm a big fan of it. Peru, what's going on? Hello, hello. Yes, I'll be vegan for the rest of my life. There's no after seeing the results and seeing how my body is continuously changing and performance and my shoulder healing more and more. It's just a no brainer. Best website for learning vegan foods. We got a lot of good stuff if you go to Pinterest, and Pinterest I think is a great app for learning that kind of stuff. And we could follow us. We're Ryback's Feed Me More Nutrition on there, and a lot of great content. And then there's a lot of other. I mean, we provide, I feel, very good content, but there's a lot of other really good content on there. And you start going down that rabbit hole, I think you're going to start learning the foods. And what you do is you start incorporating some of those into your diet. And like maybe you're like, okay, I'm going to do one vegan meal. I'm going to cook a vegan meal and see how I like it. And then you try to do that routinely. And then I think you'll see how you feel, and you're going to start feeling better and better and better. And you're just naturally going to start doing it more. But learn that way. I think that's a very innocent, easy way to start eating a vegan diet. And then you realize, like, oh, this isn't what I thought because of the stereotypes. I was dead wrong on so many things on what I thought a vegan diet was. And I don't know what the hell I thought it was, but I just know there was just never, it was, I couldn't have been any more wrong. The most wrong I've ever been on anything in my life was what I thought about vegans. I have no problem admitting it. Completely wrong. Fucking asshole about it. I'm not retiring from wrestling, buddy. The polls were not real. I can't stress this enough, guys. It's not, I know that some people might want them to be real, but I would not provoke voting for that if I did not want that to happen. Everything for that was for Feed Me More Nutrition. I explained it on yesterday's, the marketing side of it for everybody and people that have their businesses. Not that they could individually do that specific thing, but I explained the mindset behind that whole deal. My mom eats a lot of vegetables, but I don't think no one in my family. I am secretly behind the Dark Order. I am actually behind the entire thing. Johnny Hungy is my number one guy. He's the one that's keeping me up to date on everything going on. And when the time is right, I will return. I will say, I feel, and I know I have some other things in mind for different things. I do think that would be a very, very fun role because the backstage stuff, I feel like I'm a very creative person, and I like their backstage YouTube stuff. That stuff is grade A entertainment at its finest. Brother Romeo, just look up my what's going on with me, man, and you'll have your answer. Ah, thank you very much, Tim. I'm glad you like it. I always enjoy doing those. I try to give people their money's worth on those. I'm not doing any heat videos right now. I'm just not. I don't. I got a cupboard full of stuff. I just don't. I don't care for it. I did. I pushed it. I did it. I don't think it's healthy. First of all, and it ruins. It could ruin. I'm just too busy to let it. I don't have a chunk of time to like just sit around in shit lava for 4, 5, 6 hours. I don't have the time. I don't know what I know. There's these other people do it. I've done the hottest foods on the planet. I've done them very well, and I just think at some point it's like I'm not going to make any money doing it, and it takes me away from making money with what I do and the enjoyment and quality of my day. So it's just not worth it. Like, and if I had a day off, the last thing I would want to do is eat that stuff in shit lava for half the day and like just be destroyed because it is. I'm telling you guys, this stuff is intense. And I look at it from a health standpoint. I go, this just can't be good for your body. And these companies are making stuff hotter and hotter. Somebody's going to die. And I don't want it to be me. I don't want to go that way. Thank you guys very much. I'm very sorry to heal Neil about your son. He tore his ACL. Any supplements you could recommend for recovery? I'm going to check out our 1, 2, 3 muscle joint tendon. Very, very, very good formula. I use it, and it's helped me a lot with my arthritis, also in my shoulder. But we got the turmeric in there for muscle inflammation and supercisis for tendons, which has been shown to help strengthen tendons. And I think that would be very, very beneficial. You can read if you click on it and just read on the page. You'll see it'll give you a very good summary of what that product is. Hey, Ryback, I love the taste of the caramel cookie, but no matter how much almond milk I use, it still seems to say grainy. I'm just using a shaker bottle. Any advice to make it more smooth? I don't know how many scoops are you using in that? I don't know. I use it, so I mix it with water when I've done it in shaker bottles, and it's as smooth as can be. I don't have any issues. Like, and then I blend it with water and ice, and I'll even put some peanut butter sometimes, or the raw cacao, and I have no issues. I would blend it if you're having issues for that. I haven't tried mixing it in almond milk though with a shaker bottle, so it could just be possible that the almond milk in a shaker is just it's too thick. That would be my guess. But I'd use it in water, and there's no issues at all. My girlfriend is mad because I told her I want to marry you right back. I could see her being mad for a couple of reasons there. You guys may be having another conversation after this live is over. Las Vegas is great. We are returning to normal here. I believe June 1st. Everything, there's no more mask, nothing. There's no more, everything opens 100%. I think everything, I haven't looked at the latest numbers, but I believe, I think the vaccination rollout's been very strong here, and cases have dropped, but we'll see. I don't know. My life is unchanged regardless. I do want everything to get to normal though. Check in here. I gotta do a couple checks here in the upcoming, hopefully by this week, on the for the station head for the Ryback show, which will be very similar to kind of the format, which hopefully, and I won't be able to stream it. I may be able to do an IG live still with it, but most likely not, because I have to use it from the phone with the app to broadcast the show live through their radio network, and I got to hook up a few new things in here and see if everything will be dialed in to where when guests call in, that comes through on the YouTube as well for the listeners, because I'm not stopping the show live from YouTube because I really, really enjoy doing that. So, and then we're going to see on a schedule, and this here may just become the Ryback show with everything under one umbrella. Where callers can call in, though, that will be the new feature, and actually have discussions and whether I have guests, and we'll see how that works. But more interactive, whatever's up, the latest news, and a more fan-friendly, interactive show. That is a much more sustainable, easier show for me to do long term, and talk and try to more mindset, positivity, supplementation, diet, and I think it allows for a better show and relationship with everyone. Ruffles were great for that ASMR video. That video is done very well. That video is actually, I have a feeling that Ruffles video will eventually take off once again on the YouTube algorithm, because it's already starting to go up a lot again, and probably go into over a million views on there. So that's great, because the more people that see it, even though there's a group of the young kids that just chips, whatever. It's the whole point of that video was for that to take off one way or another in the ASMR world. I didn't know it was going to become a meme or the Zoom stuff, whatever. Great. I love that, because the more people that see my face remember me, and I get a portion of those people that come back to the channel and subscribe. Eventually, a portion of those try the supplements, right? That was the only point of doing videos like that and getting those out there in marketing. And plus, too, you got to remember, I have years of content now that when I go back to TV, what do you think is going to happen to all those? Even though they're being suppressed, and when we get some of these stuff all lifted, the stuff is going to amplify tremendously. So. See, there you go. You found it on a Zoom and remembered me. And that's exactly, it's a beautiful thing. Thank you very much, Banana Republic. Doing my best. I got the 13th supplement we're going to be rolling out, and I'm making the announcement on that with the name and everything. We already got all that done. I got to do a few things on the trademark end, just make sure that stuff's in place, and get everything loaded on the website, the product detail page, and we're going to get that up for pre-order, and then and a ship date on that, get the 13th supplement out, which is going to be an insulin optimizer, glucose support, which I think I'm doing it right now, and it's because updated the formula that I had for my 20s because one of the supplements I used to use worked very, very well. And that company no longer exists though. And I forgot all about it. And I was looking through my notes and, but I've been using it with Shell Shock and getting leaner and leaner. And it is allowing me to process my carbohydrates better because it lowers your insulin resistance, and cinnamon and chromium also. And I found in addition to that with 2 other ingredients, it is, I think it's going to probably be our best seller. That because I think that in the Shell Shock stack is going to be, and that's the reason why I'm going to get it out, because it's going to help me grow even faster, because that one's going to sell really good. Thank you very much. Yes, guys, the plan is to return to wrestling, and at some point, I'm not even looking that far ahead until I get my shoulder. My shoulder's so much better than it was. It's a lot of work though, and there's just there's no timetable for this. This has never been done before, so and it's up to me to make smart decisions, and I'm in a very good place overall with life, so I can make smart decisions. Uh, Conqueror says, I love you, Ryback. I loved your matches also. Can you twerk for us? I can absolutely not twerk for you all here or in any situation. I don't use my TikTok. I tell people that people think you got to go on TikTok and dance. And then we got a bunch of people that can't dance dancing. I'm like, no, you don't have to do that. You could just I'm about to hit 1 million followers on there, not dancing. You don't need to dance. You could use, and Gary Vaynerchuk will tell you the same thing. You can just go on there and be yourself, do what you do, put your content on there, and eventually you'll start growing a following. You just got to be consistent. A vegan diet, no, a vegan diet will add to your life in the long run. I think there's eating a vegan diet that's healthy. I think people that eat meat have a super unhealthy diet in general with vitamins and nutrients and micronutrients and antioxidants with that. And I think if you have a diverse plant diet and you understand your foods, there's no issues. Your life improves drastically. Your mood changes, your outlook on life, you become more compassionate, your performance increases, your exercise endurance, your strength when you get adequate protein. You learn the protein foods, it's very easy. Metabolism increases, you don't feel sluggish, your energy improves. I'm telling you, there's so much misinformation from the meat industry and dairy industry while they're out there slaughtering and torturing animals. You got to go look at what they're doing, and you'll see. You just see, and you just realize how bad we suck. Like, we are monsters for no reason. We don't have to be, and I'll never argue. Like, I think we ate meat for survival purposes, but we had to look at those people didn't know what they were doing. I'm sure there were many times they didn't kill animals and they were compassionate. There were probably different levels of human beings, as there always have been, right? But we learn, and we have science showing how much better this diet is for the long run, and that we don't have to factory farm animals, and and it's a difference between eating something every once in a while for survival, right? And then in factory farming and what we're doing, and the antibiotics and the hormones, and just, you got to educate yourselves. You got to go down that hole, and you're not going to want to consume it. I'm telling you. You go watch Seaspiracy, go watch Cowspiracy, follow this stuff. Follow PETA online. See the stuff we do to animals and torture them. I don't see how anyone could watch that and feel good about themselves, man, unless you come from just a life of being like just a hellacious life and you like seeing suffering. So, we humans don't need to do that. We don't. And there's too many of us to be doing it, destroying our planet. I've worked out since I was a kid, so it's just in my blood at this point. Ryan Woolridge says, "Hey, Ryback, is there any products for a 40-year-old? I would check out our the big guy testosterone booster and the Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner uh, is a very good stack. One, the big guy will help increase your natural testosterone, and the Shell Shock and increase your muscle mass as well, as long as you're training and hopefully your diet is in place. But that with the Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner is a very, very good stack. If energy levels are a little lower, I would check out the Wake Up Unlimited Energy as well. Bacon but Conqueror, or is it Bacon Querer? Sorry for the last donation. Message me and Mike Hunt. Just like donating to people and saying funny things. Hopefully, we have no hard feelings. That's funny. I thank you very much, buddy. Send another one with Mike Hawk. The Greenza super chat. He yo was good. Just another day in paradise, enjoying life, working, and calling this is a decaf here. Decaf tonight, and hopefully getting to bed at a decent hour tonight. Justin Hall, what's up, man of steel? I'm down to try pretzels with vegan cheese. The vegan cheese tastes even better if you find the right brands. Am I against? It's a good question. Am I against people hunting or fishing for their food, or are you just against factory farming? One, well, I think factory farming needs to go away altogether. I think you're never going to stop. I think that's a better alternative if people have to go out and learn how to hunt their own food. But at the same time, like I just think people are going to do what they think they need to do. I think when you go vegan, though, you just become more compassionate to where you realize and you start learning about the fish and the different species and the different animals and how intelligent they are and how loving they are. And then you're just like, well, why would I want to cause that pain so I could eat them for something that I don't need to do and I can get that nutrition from stuff we already have on the planet. It just, I think, but you're never going to stop the portion of people like that want to go do that. But I think factory farming needs to go away forever, though. The dairy industry, all of it, it's horrible what we're doing. And on top of all the crap they're putting into the animals, we're causing massive problems, guys. Yeah, there's the vegan burgers. I tell you, if you guys come to Las Vegas, check out this place called the Modern Vegan. Best vegan food. And Garden Grill's another one here. They're just so good. Modern Vegan's not far. It's right on the strip, though. You will right off of the strip. It's really right like 5 minutes by UNLV. You guys will Gia, the owner, she's done amazing things. I'm sorry about the neck injury. I would check out the 1-2-3 muscle joint tendon. That the turmeric in there is really, really good for inflammation. And again, with that icing throughout the day, at least several times if you can, is going to help. You just got to rest. Whenever something goes, whenever stuff goes wrong with the body, you got to give it time to rest and recover. Then ease back into it and not go full throttle right away. And it's a slippery slope for a lot of people. I'm a huge fan of coconut MCT oil. Great for the thyroid. Blood work proven as well. It will kick up a thyroid and get your thyroid working very, very efficiently. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody over on Instagram. The badges. Thank you very much. TikTok. Hello, hello. Zachary says thoughts on your match with AR Fox. I loved it. Thank you very much. That was probably my last real. I wrestled some after that. I was really hurt. That I remember. That was in Rahway, New Jersey, and I was physically. I was already had started the stem cells, but I was in a lot of pain, and I really wanted to have a solid match. And it was. I just remembered. Even like doing the sequence at the end of that with the gorilla press cutter really hurt my shoulder, and I was in a bad way. But that was a lot of fun. We could have done. I mean, I think if I was like I am now, we could have done a lot more. But I still, even stuff being hurt, I could always get through stuff like catching him on the power bomb and stuff. I don't think people like that's not easy when you catch a guy in midair, and he's not a small guy, and you got to catch him. If you watch like that power bomb sequence, like it's precision on catching a guy and like his head not nailing and hitting his head on the ground, and like the torque that the strain that puts on your core and stuff. And I probably shouldn't have been doing that. I shouldn't have, but I wanted, and he wanted to have a great match, and I thought we delivered on that. So easy, very easy. I was in really good condition though, as far as like my burpees. I was in training. I was going really hard to stay in shape for the independent matches, and but that one was a lot of fun. Or Hawaiian Rules Vegan. I don't. You'd have to look at the back and read the ingredients. Sometimes it depends on the company, and you got to go through it. You got to go through the ingredients all the way. I'm doing very good. Thank you very much. My wrestling will be the same. Same. I'll probably incorporate more submission moves into my routine, which I wanted to do in WWE, and they didn't really Hunter. They didn't really want me to, and I tried. I wanted to get a submission over. I had the gorilla clutch that I've done on independence, and there's other things, but it depends. Now I think I'll be able to do more what I want. We'll see. The power stuff is I love that style of wrestling. The power stuff, I'm healthy now, and the injuries and stuff that was with the pain, the Toradol and cortisone that were causing massive complications in my body. That's not going to be an issue anymore. And I got my health back, and I'll never go back to a 5 day a week. I don't have to. I'll never do that ever again. 1 day a week sounds amazing. But my focus right now is continuing to grow my business and get my health. And I just shut out all the hate and negativity. I've dealt with it. I'm very experienced in dealing with hate and negativity and lies, and just keep doing the work and growing, and nothing will ever stop me on that. So, because I know the truth and I'll never believe lies. And that's what they kind of want. They want you to believe the lies. And no, I know the truth. And so if people want to believe it, that's on them if they're that dumb. So the people that know me know me. And if you hate me, you're still giving me your energy, and I turn that energy into positivity. So it's a win-win for me regardless. The GTS, I take it about an hour before bed. I don't have a lot of anxiety in general, anyways. But the feeling I get with it is it hits usually, and it's not done this every time. I've had it hit me hard at times where I was like, I got to go to bed. But more often than not, and I don't know if that's diet related or what can cause that. Usually, I give myself about an hour, and it's a calm. Just feel like I'm gonna go lie down, and like if you try to fight it and stay long, you're gonna get more and more tired. But it's a more natural feeling because like I've done like the Benadryl and the NyQuil where you get like this weird like where you just like it knocks your ass out. It doesn't do that. It's just like it feels like just you would like the feeling of just being tired naturally. So I would say try it. I think you're gonna like it. Give it a week or two and give it a fair shake. I'm telling you, it's top quality stuff as is everything. You got to get the calories down and incorporate an ab routine 1 to 2 times a week, but you got to get your basal metabolic rate. You got to find your caloric intake, and you got to start coming in under that about 250 calories and adjust that in micro amounts over time with increasing your physical activity. And you're going to start losing body fat. And going by the mirror, I think going by the mirror is better than going by the scale, especially if you're lifting weights too, because if you're putting on muscle at the same time, that could or increasing your muscle mass, uh, the scale may not be the best gauge for that. Thank you very much, Walter. Very kind. Thank you. Why am I vegan? Because I'm smart. Straight facts. It's changed my life. I've talked about it in every way possible, all for the better. And I'm proving to everybody that the diet you can build muscle because the protein just got to learn the protein foods. And there's a lot of the top athletes, I really just think there's just so much. You just look at it from a bro science standpoint of it improves blood flow. Okay, if it improves blood flow, it reduces the plaque in our arteries, and we are getting sufficient protein. Theoretically, we should actually be able to build more muscle, and we will increase our endurance and our performance on the diet. And that is what I am seeing exactly. I think a lot of people get offended over that because they want to keep. People don't like to like step out of their comfort zone. I eat more meat than anybody. Nobody could tell me shit. I ate more meat, pounds of meat every day, and I was wrong. So there's nothing you could tell me. I was wrong. I was flat out wrong. I didn't know shit. Good night, Chris. Have a good night, buddy. Is that Big John? I hope you like it, man. Check back in here in a week or two after using it and let me know. Badger man, that's cool. I've been using a lot of weight. I've been losing a lot of weight. I was at 262 pounds and I'm now at 234 pounds thanks to the extreme fat burner. I believe in the supplements, big guy. You rock. Thank you very much, Badger man. And you're obviously doing the work. And that's what I say. If you work, the supplements work. And I invest in myself, and this stuff is this isn't the stereotypical create a supplement line deal. I've been making this stuff since I was in my 20s, and I've been learning about supplements since I was a teenager. It's something that I'm extremely passionate about, and I get all the steroid stuff. It's the complete opposite, and but there's so many people that do it, right? And then so it's easy. People don't want to go. There's no way somebody just works hard and has good genetics and can do this stuff. This stuff has played a huge role in my life, and that's why it's doing well because this stuff isn't bullshit. Which is why we have a 73% returning customer rate. It's because of the product's work. And that right there, man, I love to hear that. I agree, Ryan, 100%. You guys could check out right now, Feed Me More Nutrition on feedmemore.com. We got our spin the wheel and win discounts 25, 30, 35%, and then free prizes on there like gym bags and half-gallon water jugs. And then on the pop-up right now, you get the free face mask, the Feed Me More Nutrition face mask, wristband, and bumper sticker option as well. We do have Feed Me More Nutrition Hungry lifting straps under weight belts and apparel with the padding on there. Very nice wrist straps. And we have the Feed Me More Nutrition Hungry workout training gloves was well available on there under weight belts and apparel too. And we've got the black shaker bottles in production. I got Feed Me More Nutrition Hungry ankle socks coming in as well. Though I got to actually message them and see when those are going to be arriving to fulfillment. So you can check all that stuff out on feedmemore.com. 25% off if you sign up for the text message and email list as well. One message a week, each of those. No spam, just discounts and a message of positivity. No, I've not thought about any of that. I've thought about only getting my health back. I can't do that stuff and get my health back right now. I have to get my health back with my shoulder. Super chat. LOL Loy Hey Big A, I love all your content. Are you still friends with Brian Danielson? I haven't talked to Brian in quite a bit. We have texted since I've been gone at multiple points, but never in great depth. It would be cool to see an interview with your new vegan lifestyle. Yeah, no, I always got along well with Daniel, and I wish he would have been more proactive in sharing information on the vegan diet. It's very possible that, and we rode together for a period, but I don't ever remember him. I remember him struggling, I feel like, with food. And I think his diet was different. And I don't know how knowledgeable Daniel was on the diet at the time. I remember he seemed to have a difficult time with food. I find it very easy now knowing the foods and in finding foods, but he might have, I don't know if he had limitations on what he could eat. And I feel like he had some with some of it. And I will say there weren't as many options, but there's always options with the natural foods and stuff. But living on the road and being vegan at that point was probably much harder than obviously me being able to do it from home and cook the majority of my meals. And being in Vegas where we're probably, I would say, in the top 5 vegan cities in America, if not the world, with the options we have here. Jeremy with a super chat. Thank you, buddy. Hello, hello. Yes, we have worldwide shipping, a $34.99 flat rate anywhere in the world outside of Canada, only $19.99 flat rate to Canada on that. And then we have $9.99 domestic with orders over $125 are free in the United States. No, I haven't been doing any podcast or anything. I get emails almost daily for that stuff, especially like the wrestling stuff. I find most of them they just want dirt and for clickbait stuff. I just stay away from them. Even when I go back to wrestling, I don't think I'm going to be doing a lot of like actual wrestling interviews outside of my own content. Most of the people, once you know what's really going on with most of those people, and there's some bigger interviews, and like and I've talked to some different guys. Man, some of them are just they're not good people, and they're just very deceiving. And I've experienced it and they use you for clickbait on things, and it's just not healthy, man. And I don't need it. So. All right, guys. See, Mike, any more questions here? Any other outside of, we're trying not to do a ton of wrestling on these. Man, yeah, I love pool workouts and I love conditioning and laps in the pool. I do mine. Now the weather is warming up really quickly here. The pool's fairly decent, and I'll start incorporating the laps. Usually 1 to 2 times a week, a really good, really hard lap day out there and blow myself up. And I'm really big on pool stuff. As long as you're getting sufficient calories, Tim, before going into a fast, and you kind of make sure that you're well fed going into it, and as long as you know their health issues and everything with your doctor, your physician, you don't have any underlying health issues, it's very, very beneficial. No, I don't keep my dogs on the gated pool area. They'll come in there with me when I'm out there. That gate's closed when I'm not here. They don't like going in the water. They stay away. Absolutely not. The shirts actually fit me perfectly well. That if I don't wear, this is a 4X, 4X. I go by, I have multiple, depends on how they fit. That's this actually the most comfortable, and it allows for full movement. Anything smaller than this is restricting with my lats and tight. So I don't like to wear tight shirts. I used to wear them when I was younger. And I think it's a way to not, I don't like drawing attention any more than I have to. So I don't think that's, you're allowed to have your opinion on what you think the right shirt size is. It's like, you can't tell me what the right shirt size for me is. This is how I've worn shirts for a very long time and how I'm the most comfortable. And there's always a reason for everything. And it's not serious. It's a fucking shirt. Like, it's like, what's going on? Where like, that's like an issue for you. That would be my question. If you see me in person and when I'm standing and not like sitting, you're like, oh, that guy's huge. That shirt fits pretty proportionally to him. Thank you. The Wake Up Unlimited Energy goes really, really well with the Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner, or the Brain Feed with our Teacrine that we use in the Brain Feed. Stacks well with both the Wake Up and the Shell Shock. Oh, Walter, that's awesome. You're very welcome, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm exactly 5'9.5", or otherwise 6'2" on the dot. Thank you. We just hit 315,000 subscribers on YouTube as well, and I think we're going to hit 915. We're already probably over that on TikTok. We seem to, whenever I do a TikTok live, we go up thousands, and in YouTube or Instagram, I think we're getting close to 1.6 million. So we're growing. Twitter's been at 1.4 for like, Twitter went from 1.5 to 1.4 in 2016. And then once everything with WWE happened and they suppressed that account severely, I haven't grown at all on that. That one's a real mystery. And it's not a mystery. They have it locked into about a 0.5 to 1% impression rate, unless I do something like a poll where I can get most of the people that don't follow me to share it, and then that gets new eyeballs on it. But the people that follow me on there, it's very restricted how many people see my content. Hello. Thank you very much. All right, guys, I got to log off for the evening here. I thank you all for joining me, though, and check out Feed Me More Nutrition on feedmemore.com for your supplement needs. Stay hungry, and hopefully I will see you tomorrow. Feed me